Hello YouTube, this is Morgan Airspeed Prime here at my next Legend of Korra news update video. And this, I said last week, I would continue to cover the news. Wasn't expecting there to be news like a couple of days afterwards. But there's some news to cover. And also, I suppose I'm going to include a little bit of a discussion in this video to really show like that there is a surprising amount of stuff coming out in 2015 Avatar wise, given that this is going to be like our first year on basically hiatus until whenever the next Avatar series is. So a couple of interesting things to discuss here, but yeah, first up, Book 4 Balance Awards voting is still open. Link to the awards post where you can vote is in the description. Voting remains open until January 2nd, so you've got 6 days left to vote. And I don't think it's been like I've got as many votes as the last couple of times, but I suppose people are still dealing with the fact that the thing is over and stuff like that, and I have to post about it a few more times. But definitely vote in the Book 4 awards. Results podcast is going to be on January 4th. So yeah, not too long away at all. Like this week's podcast is obviously Avatar Online Podcast episode 100. We have a big announcement to make. But the following week's podcast is the Results Award show. So, definitely vote in those awards. Link in the description. But the actual news here for you guys is that we've got the cover and release date for the Book 4 art book. One of the kind of viewers of my channel, Scarlett Hall, actually brought this to my attention that Amazon actually had up the cover and release date for the Book 4 Balance art book, which is interesting because Amazon really haven't been like revealing a lot of stuff of late, especially books, because we've usually been getting like super early solicitations and stuff like that of books. But yeah, Amazon got the scoop this time around again. Here's the cover. Now the thing with this cover is obviously like because the book isn't going to be out until September 15th, 2015, according to Amazon. But that means that the comic book store release date is going to be September 2nd. So we won't be seeing this book until September 2nd, which is obviously a long time away. But we're not really sure, is this going to be the final cover or is a new cover going to be made for this? Just based on what we've seen for book 2, 3, and 4, this probably is the final cover because they only really did a placeholder cover for the book 1 art book. They seem to really be on the ball with this stuff and like have it prepared, so more than likely this image is the cover, and if it is, I'm super happy with it. It makes complete sense. Korra and Kuvira on the cover. You've got the kind of logo for the Book 4, that being the kind of Earth Kingdom Zhaofu logo that kind of Kuvira takes up as her own logo. And yeah, it just works. This is going to be the book that completes the set of the kind of Korra art books, because book 1 and 2 art books are already out. The book 3 art book is coming out January 21st, so it's like less than a month away. I'm really excited for that. And then this one coming out September 2nd in comic book stores. So yeah, complete set of 4. I can't wait to have that kind of complete collection. Just the sheer amount of art from Korra that we're going to have just in those 4 books is going to be insane. Especially compared to like the 1 art book that we have for Avatar. So that's a big deal. So I'm really excited for these art books. There's not a lot to say about it right now, but there's definitely some interesting art stuff from book 4, just like the Colossus, Kuvira's army, a lot of the designs for some of the new characters, maybe Toph's design and stuff like that. It's going to be interesting, but let's move along to basically the kind of discussion part of this video, and that is just that with this announcement, it adds another thing that's coming out in 2015 to the list. We already have a pretty hefty list, and I think a lot of people have actually forgot just how much stuff is actually coming out next year. Like, there's nearly something in every month coming out next year, and I'm going to go through the list right now. I'll put up some images of like the covers and stuff like that when we get to them. But first thing up next year is January 21st, 2015 is going to be the Book 3 Change art book, as I said. Here's the cover for that. Obviously, I'm going to be getting this as soon as it comes out and have a review up on my channel. Next up is February 11th, 2015, Rift hardcover edition, or library edition as they call it. Again, complete collection of the Rift series, and it's going to be out hardcover, extras in the back, probably annotations as well, as the same as the last two books. Again, I'll be getting this, super excited. That's so far one thing every month. March 10th, 2015, Book 4 Balance DVD and Blu-ray. So, again, there's something coming out in each of the first 3 months of the year. Two of those things obviously being kind of like, I suppose, final product releases for Korra, but there's still an Avatar thing in there with the comic. Then, nothing in April that we know of right now, but May 2nd, 2015 is Free Comic Book Day. As we just recently got announced, we've got the Toph and Ty Lee kind of free comic for Free Comic Book Day with Gene Yang and Carla Speed McNeil on the creative team. Then, June 23rd, 2015, we've got the Avatar Legacy book, which was announced a long time ago, had a couple of release date changes that pushed it really far back, and it's now coming out June 23rd. But yeah, this is definitely a book that I think a lot of people have just forgotten about, but that it is a pretty exciting book. Like, this is going to have pull out like maps, pull out little things that the idea for this book is that like Aang owns this book and created it and gave it to Tenzin before he passed away. So it's going to be very interesting to see what this book is actually like when it does come out. I'll definitely be getting that one. The publisher has said they're going to send me a kind of advanced copy, but they basically said to contact them sometime the new year, so I'm not really sure when exactly I should do that. I may just end up doing it very early in January and just see what they say, just to remind them about that. But yeah, Avatar Legacy, it looks like an interesting book. Then August 4th, 2015, or potentially July 22nd, 2015, we're not really sure if the release date for this book is going to be the, is this going to be a comic store only thing, or is it actually going to get other release date? And that's the Avatar The Last Airbender poster collection. We got revealed a while back as well. And yeah, this is just going to be a collection of 20 posters. I think they're like 16 inches by 12 inches. They're pretty big posters. Hand-picked by Mike and Brian from the various poster artwork that they've done on the show. And yeah, they're going to be pull-out. You can put them up. There's been poster books before, so I'm pretty excited for this one, definitely. Avatar The Last Airbender poster collection. Probably going to get that, again, do a review on it, stuff like that. Then comes September, which is probably like the most exciting kind of month of the year next year. September 2nd, 2015, Book 4 Balance art book, as I just talked about. That's going to be exciting. Finally completing the set of 4. Then September 23rd, 2015, the start of a new Avatar comic series, Smoke and Shadow Part 1. Again, recently revealed there. Then we don't actually have much news about those kind of next few months, October, November, December really. We just have the super advanced date for Smoke and Shadow Part 2, which is December 16th, 2015. So there's definitely the potential for something maybe to be announced in the next couple of months that's coming out in those last few months of the year. Now, for me, given that this is next year is going to be the kind of the first hiatus year, I suppose, after Korra, but what it also is the 10-year anniversary of the beginning of Avatar: The Last Airbender. The show obviously came out, started 2005. It's going to be 2015 next year. That's 10 years since it started. For me, the perfect thing to add to this list, if Nick get on this, would be re-release Avatar: The Last Airbender on DVD. Give it its first Blu-ray release as well. Put it out better quality, kind of remaster it in a way. Put it out in the kind of correct, widescreen aspect ratio. That's the kind of more modern trend. Fix the first few discs of the Book 1 DVD set. with all the kind of blurring kind of images around the kind of some of the characters. That affects like the first or second disc of book one, Water. Put more extras out on the DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff like that. Just really make this the complete set. That to me, that would really cap off a really good year in Avatar for a year where realistically, like we don't have like a lot to look forward to apart from like the comics in terms of new content. And I assume that maybe they'd also be thinking about like releasing like a complete collection Avatar like Korra DVD set or Blu-ray set as well. Because that would be really cool if they just decided to go all out on this where, okay, there's a complete Avatar set, there's a complete Korra set, and then if you really want to, there's a complete Avatar and Korra set, just like the Avatar collection. I think that would be awesome if they just went down that road and really capitalized on how popular Korra was as it approached the end and how popular Avatar The Last Airbender remains and stuff like that. So pretty exciting stuff going into next year, and that like that's a good list of things coming out for a show that like ended last year, and especially with all the Avatar stuff, a show that ended it's gonna let next year like ended like 7 years ago. So pretty exciting stuff. But yeah, definitely in the comments let me know what your thoughts are on the Book 4 Balance art book, as well as just the release schedule of merchandise for next year. I think it's pretty good for not much happening next year really, but yeah, I'll just end by saying definitely check out Avatar Online Podcast episode 100. We're recording and releasing the podcast tomorrow. We're going to talk about this news, some of the other news that came out during the week, answer a bunch of listener questions. If you have any listener questions you want us to answer on the podcast, feel free to just post in the comments below and we'll answer them. We're going to, I suppose, just talk about the podcast. It's Avatar Online Podcast episode 100, but that's just 100 regular shows. I think overall it's going to be like podcast 177 or something like that, including roundtables and stuff like that. So we're just going to reflect on all the podcasts that we've done so far. We'll also have a big announcement to make in regards to the kind of schedule of the podcast, something new we're going to be doing. So it's going to be a very interesting show, definitely. So urge people to check that one out. But yeah, that's been the video. Thanks for watching, and bye.